It's Week 18 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year.
It's the Patriots and the Barons.
All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Brooklyn Barons. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And I like his honesty because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
On third down, Wilson on the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Throwing Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones completing it to the right side. Johnson. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones now to throw on third down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Harris going to get it again on second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
From the 24, Wilson, and finding the tight end Hooper. That one a first down pickup of 8. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, Wilson. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Holmes. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Wilson's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Wilson. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A run now with Holmes. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This from 36 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Off the play fake. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
It's now 4th down.
Ooh, with a juke. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's Holmes. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On first down, Wilson. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On second down, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now Wilson.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know it's a safety. When I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They'll run. This is Holmes. They juked him and able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Right back to him on first down. Evades him at the 20. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. Here's Koo to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Jones on 3rd and 2. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he will have a Patriots first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now Jones on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Here's Jake Bailey now. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Flush, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
But you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
This is taken at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. For Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roll, and he found it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
From the 24, Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Barnett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
Patriot first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Barnett. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Patriots sideline not happy with what just transpired, and they're going to throw out the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
They go play action here on first down.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On second down, this is Harris. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about picking up that one? That was big for them.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
again, Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing Jones. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. It's brought in by Harris. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Harris on the draw. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Henry's got it out on the left side. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground field goal range.
long-range punt, go for it, but as you said, they picked it up. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they trail the visiting LA Rams as that one's gone to the intermission. The Rams trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They run again with Harris. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Jones on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he finds his man, complete. It's Barnett.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a give, running left is Harris. Brought down at the 20. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Harris running straight ahead. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They hand this off to Harris, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Running right, Jones. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught by Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a pickup of 3.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barnett. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So his 2nd field goal now here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 10, Jones out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Jones on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On the carry, it's Holmes. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On the counter, here's Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air is out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
A run now with Holmes. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. An inside give to Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Barons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Patriots coming out now. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Jones over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. To about the 35, second down. From the 35 on second down. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. To throw again on second down. Jones to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll stick with the passing game. He looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Wilson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From just shy of midfield, Jones.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Jones.
And caught by Henry. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
To throw is Jones.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll run. This is Holmes.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 16. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, they finish above 500 for the year. The final tally 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for New England,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say ultimately this was a team that really underachieved.